I don't know if it was the cold or what, but we had.
Yeah, that would definitely be it. It's the cold.
It is ridiculous, isn't it? But we complain. We live in Iowa. Okay, expect that. Okay, so let's get started. I don't know if that's quite right yet. Prefer these. Can you turn that one off for a second? Thanks, Mommy. Oh, is that better? Don't care? Okay, we'll try this. If you can't see anything, then just let me know. Okay, so I've officially met everybody. Brandon, thank you. This is going to be a fun night. Now, we're talking about some challenging things because this stuff you've never heard before. And actually, I talked to Imogene earlier, and she was listening to Dr. Oz today on TV. And Dr. Oz had some doctors on who were talking about heart. And so some of the things that they'll talk about, or did talk about, we'll be talking about tonight. But first, I want everybody to stand up for just a second. Does anybody need a water? Anybody like a water? Okay. So go ahead. Yeah, you can sit.
You have to stand further back.
Further back?
We have to turn
That's
another light
okay.
on.
I don't need to
I
be in
can't
it.
see your face at all. It's in the shadow. That's all.
Okay. That's okay. Kate, I'm going to have you sit. Imogene, I'll have you sit. Joel, I'll have you sit. Now, if you guys look around, this is, statistically speaking, these 3 people will die. 1/3 of the room will die of heart disease. Not you, literally. You can have a seat. But 1 out of 3 people that you know, think about it at work. There's a person on your left and a person on your right. 1 of the 3 of you will die of heart disease. And I've got so much information for you guys. If you want any of these articles, all of that is right here. These are the CDC's stats, American Heart Association. All of those stats are not my stats. All the ones that we're going to be talking about today aren't mine. They're from journals. So 1 out of 3 people die of heart disease. That's why we're talking about heart health. Now, February being Heart Health Month, we're going to be promoting heart health items all month. But we have to talk about how healthy your heart is. You're here to learn about that, right? Top 3 causes of death in the United States. Who knows the answer to these besides Trish? Any guesses? What's the number 1 cause of disease?
Cancer.
Cancer is a good guess. It's not.
The number 1 cause of disease?
Number 1 cause of
Heart
disease.
attack.
Okay.
Poor nutrition.
Number 3 is heart disease.
Mhm.
Poor nutrition is a good guess. Who knows what number 2 is? You said it, Bombi.
Cancer.
Cancer. Heart disease kills 700,000 people a year in the United States alone. Cancer is 750,000 deaths in the United States. How about the number 1? Does anybody know what the number 1 cause of death is? Good guess. Not right. Not right. Go ahead, Trish.
Medicine.
It's actually iatrogenesis. Has anybody heard of that? Okay, Trish is right. Iatrogenesis is referring to physician error.
Oh.
So this kills over 1 million people, and don't get mad at me, these aren't my stats. This is from the Journal of American Medical Association. So iatrogenesis includes things like proper prescriptions, but the reactions that cause death. It's error in surgery. It's, the numerous things that happen in a hospital, infections, all of those things, all of those problems, physician-related problems, kill over 1 million people in the United States alone. So would you do whatever it takes to avoid all 3 of these? If you have children, don't you want them to avoid the number 3, number 2, and number 1 cause of death in the United States? Of course. So tonight we're talking about number 3. We're talking about heart disease. But what you have to understand is that everybody looks at the world through paradigms. So Imogene might look at the world through pink sunglasses. I'm looking at them through blue. Kate might be yellow. Everybody's looking at the world a little bit differently based on how they were brought up. So the way that your mothers, fathers educated you, your teachers and other influential people influenced you, that's what we call a paradigm. Does everybody get the idea of a paradigm? Okay, so let's walk you through a couple of paradigms. A woman's place is in the kitchen. Is that true? But we've all heard it. Has everybody heard that expression? That's a paradigm. How about speak when spoken to? Isn't that a paradigm? Sure. Money is the root of all evil. Is that true?
The lack of money is the root of all evil.
No,
We
a
could
lot of
argue.
money.
Money isn't evil at all. Money is the root of all. Of course, it's just another paradigm. Here's another one. Relief is spelled what? Think back to commercials you heard.
Rolaids.
Rolaids, nice job. Here's another one. What's the sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine?
Nighttime medicine.
NyQuil, right? We all know these because we're taught this, right? From childhood, we're watching TV and we learn these things. Are they true? No, not necessarily. So here's another one. Milk does the body.
Good.
Milk is very bad for you. You guys have all heard that, so thanks for playing with me. Milk is one of the worst foods you can put in your body. That's a topic for another day. And there are more. So this is where the rubber hits the road. You ready? When should we go to the doctor? When we're what?
Injured.
Injured, good. Sick, okay. So if you're sick, you need to take what? I know you guys are in a chiropractic office, but we all know the answer. What is it?
Medicine.
Medicine, right? How do you know if you are healthy? We don't,
Because you tell us.
because I'll tell you. Thank
Yeah.
you. So let's look at paradigms. What does the American Cancer Society do? What is their job? What's their entire purpose
To
Behind their
find
existence.
a cure
for
Cancer.
how are they doing?
Not so
very
well.
They were founded in 1913. They've been around for 100 years and they still haven't found a cure for cancer. Do you know how many hundreds of thousands of people are employed by them? No, I'm not an anti-American Cancer Society person. I'm just saying there are a lot of people who are working for this association that if we found a cure, guess what they're going to be out of? A job. So how inspired are they and motivated to find a cure? Let's look at the American Heart Association. They were founded in 1924. How are they doing? We've got more cancer and more heart disease today than we ever have. They're not doing real well. So there are two laws that I want to talk about. The first one being gravity. Now, how many of you have heard that I don't believe in chiropractic? Doesn't make sense, I don't believe it. We all have, right? Guys are notorious for being this way. A couple of weeks ago, I had a patient who brought her husband in, and we'll call him Jim. Okay, she was here for care, but her husband wasn't, but I asked that he come in and listen to the report. And the whole time, if he's not saying it, he's thinking it for sure. He's like, I don't believe in chiropractic. I don't know what my wife's doing here. It doesn't make sense. I don't believe in chiropractic. Let's say I took him and I said, let's climb to the top of the building. And at the top of the building, you're going to say, I don't believe in gravity, I don't believe in gravity, I don't believe in gravity. If he walks off, what happens?
Falls.
He falls and dies, right? Gravity is a law. Chiropractic is a law. I'm here. I'm living proof that we actually do exist, so it's not a belief system. A law of healing also exists. We know that your body was created to heal. What happens if I go through and I cut every one of your hands today? What's going to happen to that cut eventually? Yeah, it's going to heal before long, isn't it? You can put a Band-Aid on it. Does the Band-Aid heal it? No. Does the ointment, the antibiotic ointment, does that heal it? Let's say you went out and did a hard mile to exercise, right? Is that going to make it heal faster? What if you slapped an organic slice of apple on it? Or ate the apple? Is that going to make it heal faster? Is sleeping going to make it heal faster? No. Is medicine going to make it heal faster? No. Your body heals on its own, doesn't it? The power that made the body heals the body. So we know a couple of things. You started as 2 cells. This is a picture of a sperm cell penetrating the egg. Now think about it. These are tiny, tiny cells, and you all exist because the power that made you caused those cells to replicate, and before long we've got each of us, right? We're completely unique. That same power, which is demonstrated again here, close up with an electron microscope. How amazing is that? But we're all here, and that same power that created you can also heal you. So we have to talk about the medical model